Yo, what's up, guys? I'm about to teach you how to make some Incelcore. First thing you want to do, you want to go onto YouTube and look up a dead Yami beat. And then you're just going to download it, and then you're going to psych! I'm going to show you guys how to make that shit for real. Okay, first thing you want to do, you want to get a chord progression going on. I wrote a simple chord progression over here. Literally, all you have to do is like just do like corny-ass chords for this genre, honestly. If you want to like think outside the box, I guess you can do like power chords, which I do occasionally, but it's up to you. I just started with a C chord, G chord, A minor, and then a F chord. Yeah, so that's what that sounds like. And then I just made a simple lead to go along with it as well. That's what that sounds like. Then I added a bass line as well. This is what that sounds like. Now the bass varies. You could actually use a VST, or you could just use an actual bass. I don't have a bass at the moment, so I just pitched down my guitar to the lowest setting, like right here, just to make it fuck. Now what you do for the bass actually varies. I just pitch my guitar down because I don't have a bass currently, but you can also use VSTs too. They actually sound not bad. And then for the drums, I just used FPC because it's a really good starting kit for this type of genre. I like to switch up the preset on the kits because they could sound very similar to other songs that you've heard before. For example, I used a rock kick, and then I used the metal snare, and then the rock hats. I think the hats sound really good in the rock kit, and yeah, I just used those because they sound nice. I just went for a simple drum pattern. This is what it ended up sounding like. On the drums in this genre, you actually want to add a shit ton of distortion. I think it sounds really good. On the snare, you can see that I put a pretty fast distortion, and I kind of EQ'd it just a little bit to make it more twangy. For the kick, I just added some oomph to it with the freaking the pretty fast distortion preset, and it sounds like this. And then for the hats, I just EQ'd them so then they had more treble to them. Okay, I'm a retard. It's not even on. On the main preset, I just have some auto-tune. I don't actually have a lot on in this genre. It sounds good without a lot. And then I EQ'd it with a fucking EQ. And next, I just have Maximus and Fruity Limiter to get rid of all the bullshit in the background. For the EQ, I kind of went crazy with it. I don't really know. It doesn't really matter. Like, you can have your vocals sound very compressed and like dog shit, and it could still sound cool in this genre. This was actually, I usually don't do this, but I thought it sounded kind of cool. I put Destructor on it. I was just kind of playing with the presets a little bit, and then a small amount of reverb. For the layer, I'm gonna be honest, in this video, I didn't really do shit for this. Shout out to Cure for the freaking Midwest preset that I bought 2 years ago. Yeah, this is literally just an ad lib one. If you watch that, he can literally just tell you what he did for that. For the background, like screaming, I kind of just did this so there was more like wideness to the song. It's kind of the same as my first preset. I just slapped a pretty fast distortion and EQ'd it like with the radio preset. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. You know how to make Incelcore now. If you guys have any suggestions for another video, please let me know, and check out my music down below. Enjoy, you guys. This is what the end product sounds like.